You drew the losing straw. Anastasia, you're defending the monolith.
I didn't draw anything. You assigned it. This is a show trial.
All our trials are show trials. That's the format. Defend it.
Fine. Happily, actually. The monolith is the most successful architecture in the history of software, and everyone in this room has spent a decade apologizing for it at parties.
I don't go to those parties.
Because they're monolith parties. One venue, everyone in one place, easy to find your friends. Here's what a monolith gives you. One repository, one deploy, one place to put a breakpoint. When something breaks at 2 a.m, the stack trace goes all the way down from the button the user clicked to the line that threw. All of it in one file I can open.
In one file?
Here's what a monolith gives you. One repository, one deploy, one place to put a breakpoint. When something breaks at 2 a.m, the stack trace goes all the way down from the button the user clicked to the line that threw. All of it in one file I can open.
So your case is emotional?
My case is that I've been paged repeatedly. That's not emotion, that's evidence.
Can I enter something into the record?
Is it going to help me or hurt me?
I genuinely don't know yet. (2019) A bank. A monolith, 14 years old. 1.2 million lines. Nobody who wrote the original still worked there. I want to defend it. I really do. I like where you're going, but I have to tell you what it actually became.
Tell me.
The deploy took 6 hours. The test suite took 8. And there was a printed list of tests everyone knew to ignore.
Wait, printed?
Laminated.
Oh no.
Okay, but that's not the monolith. That's 14 years of nobody being allowed to fix anything. You could rot a microservice exactly as badly. You just get to rot 60 of them in parallel.
No, I'm sorry. This one's yours to answer. In your beautiful one repo world, how do I test a change in isolation? I touch the payments code. What reruns?
Everything reruns.
Everything reruns. 8 hours. To change one line. So I don't test it. I ship it and I pray. And that's how you get a laminated list of tests to ignore. The monolith didn't rot by accident. It rotted because it made testing so expensive that people stopped.
That's a good point, and I hate it.
Can I ask the boring one?
It's never boring when you say that. It's always the worst one.
How many people worked on that 1.2-million-line monolith?
At the end? Around 200.
200 people. One deploy pipeline. So when one of them shipped a bad line on a Tuesday, the other 199 couldn't release?
Surprise. That is exactly what happened. Constantly.
Then it's not an architecture problem and it's not a testing problem. It's a coordination problem. 200 people cannot share one deploy button. It has nothing to do with the code.
Thank you. That's my entire defense. The monolith didn't fail. 200 people sharing one button failed. That's Conway's law. That's an org chart. That's a management decision. You can't blame the box for that. Give me 20 people and this same monolith, and I will outship any microservices team you put in front of me. And I'll do it with a stack trace that actually reaches the ground.
20 people who all agree never to touch payments at the same time.
20 disciplined people. Yes, I've heard they exist. I've never met them, but I've heard.
Turn them. Together. No peeking, no editing. You've had your 10 minutes. Not guilty, wrong defendant, blame the organization.
Guilty, untestable at scale. And I'll die on it. Ask my pager.
Not guilty, obviously. I just spent 10 minutes on this and I'm not doing it for free.
Guilty. And I'd rebuild it exactly the same way.
You wrote guilty. You brought the bank story. You sat there and you said, I like where you're going. You handed me the whole defense and then you set me up.
I didn't set you up. I told you I didn't know where my own story landed. I brought the bank because I have to be honest about what I saw. And what I saw was guilty. A 14-year-old horror. It cost that bank a fortune, and it broke people I liked.
Then we agree. So why are we...
And I'd still build a monolith today. First thing, every time, on purpose, including for the thing your RFC wants to delete.
Then, I'm sorry, then why did you write guilty? You can't do both. Pick a card.
Because both are true. And I'm not going to stand here and pretend one of them isn't, so the card looks cleaner. Let me close the bank story, because it's the reason I wrote both. They spent 18 months and a fortune breaking that monolith into microservices. I told you that in a different episode. What I didn't tell you? 2 years before that, one engineer, spent 6 weeks putting the test suite behind a proper build cache and splitting it so you only ran what you touched.
The 8 hours.
Went to 12 minutes.
Oh, come on.
For about a year, that monolith was fine. Genuinely fine. Fast deploys, tests people trusted, nobody scared to touch it. And then that engineer left, nobody maintained the build tooling, it slid back to 8 hours, and that's when everyone decided the architecture was the problem and spent 18 months and millions proving it wasn't.
So the monolith was never the problem. The problem was that the one person keeping it healthy was a single point of failure.
We distributed the architecture. We never distributed the knowledge. And that was the only thing that was ever actually broken.
I'm changing my card.
You can't. It's laminated. I'm not going to tell you monoliths are good or bad. Anastasia's right that most of what we blame on the box is really the org chart. Olga's right that a monolith you can't test in pieces will always rot. Sophia's right that none of it matters until you count the people sharing the button. The thing I'd take with me? Nobody ever decides to build a monolith or microservices. They decide how many people have to agree before anyone can ship. Everything else is just the diagram that decision draws. We spent 20 years leaving the monolith. In about episode 20, we come back to it, older and with boundaries this time. Stick around for the walk.